Hello, beautiful yogis. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Ashley, and this is day 56 of the 75 Hard Yoga Challenge. Now today, I'm going to be taking you through a headstand progression yoga flow. So if you are someone who already has your headstand and you're just looking to build a little bit more control, or maybe advance that practice a little further, or even if you are someone who is working towards getting your very first headstand, this is the practice for you. Now, if you've also been following along with this series, then you've already been building a lot of the strength and control that goes into this. So today is really just about starting to apply all of that work. Now, we will be moving through some neck, shoulder, and upper back stretches to really prepare the body for a headstand, as well as learning how to activate the core and create that shoulder protraction so we can really begin to build the stability that we need for when we do finally arrive in those headstands. And just know, this isn't about forcing anything or getting all the way upside down today, okay? So you will have plenty of options the entire time, and you can really meet yourself exactly where you are and still get a lot out of this practice. So with that, go ahead, grab your mat, meet me in a comfortable seated position, and let's get into it. All right, beautiful yogis, let's go ahead and get started. Find your comfortable seat, place your hands onto your knees. We're going to begin today's practice with a little breath work, some grounding, just bringing us into the present moment and setting some intentions for the practice ahead. So again, hands to the knees, palms face down, shoulders come up, back, and down. Gently tuck the chin, close the eyes. Feel the lift of the spine up out of the pelvic bowl. Gentle tuck of the tail, just a little. Activating that pelvic floor, belly button deep to the spine, but lifting it up and towards the rib cage. And once you are nice and lifted, let's begin to find our breath, breathing in through the nose. And a big sigh through the mouth. All right, let's begin with that ujjayi breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Creating your audible breath here, allow the breath to scrape the back of the throat, even on your inhale. So think of this as like a light growl. Take another deep breath in. Letting the sounds and sensations of the breath bring you into the present moment. Inhale. Allowing the weight of the world to just melt right off your shoulders, bringing you into the now. One more ujjayi breath. Wonderful job. Now that you've arrived to your breath, to the practice, and to this present moment, take a deep breath in, lift those arms above the head. On the exhale, bring those hands together, heart center, and setting the intentions for your practice today. So what has brought you to your mat, and what are you cultivating in this time that we have together? And once you've set your intention for your practice, go ahead and send the energy down, grounding it into the earth. Send it all the way out to the universe for manifestation and creation as those palms touch, hands, heart center, and then gently open up your eyes. Wonderful job. Let's go ahead and get started. Crossing over those shins. We're going to find our tabletop here. All right, pushing the floor away. And then let's just begin rocking forward and back, beginning to warm up those wrists. Really pushing the floor away, try not to dump into those shoulders. And then on that next exhale, we come into the center and then just start to shift from side to side. Begin to feel that weight shift between each hand. Keep pushing the floor away. That belly is drawn in, nice and strong. And then exhale, bring the wrist to face each other. Fingers are pointing away from the body, and same shift back and forth. If this is a lot on your knees, you can always place a blanket or pillow or roll your mat up just kind of on the side, just to give you that little extra. All right, we won't be here for too long today. Keep pulling that belly in. So pulling that belly button to the spine. So it's a slight tuck of the tail, very gentle. It's more of a pelvic floor lift than it is a pelvic tilt. Try not to dump into those shoulders. Again, we're pushing out. We're getting used to lifting out of those wrists. Light through the hands. All right, wonderful job. And then turning fingertips pointing in towards each other, we continue our shift. Stretching out those wrists just a little. Again, pushing the floor away. Let's take a couple more, side to side. Wonderful job. And coming back into your center, bring those hands back in. Before we continue our wrist stretches, let's cross those ankles, coming back down into a seat. And then inhale, lift those arms above the head. On the exhale, right hand down, left hand to the ear tip, pulling left ear, left shoulder. And I'll turn and face you for these. So here, we want to really make sure that we're feeling elongation through that shoulder. So that arm is going to kind of walk out a little further beyond the body. And then inhale, we lift. Exhale, switch those sides. Breathing into the neck here, to the side of the neck. And then inhale, lift, interlace those fingers, bring them right to the base of the skull, and then chin in towards the chest, push the elbows back. Feel the shoulder blades as they start to engage towards each other. Inhale, and then on your exhale, just bring your chin in towards your chest. Feel a gentle stretch in the spine, that upper back. Inhale, and on your exhale, bring those elbows together. Start to hollow out the belly and round. No tugging or pulling on the neck. You're just letting the weight of the hand be heavy. And then inhale, draw the line with those elbows up and then out, coming back into that starting position. And exhale, chin back into the chest. Still sitting up tall. And then notice here if there's a little bit less tension. Inhale, and on your exhale, start to hollow out, bringing elbows towards each other. No tugging on the neck fold. And then again, rise it open. Push head into hand and exhale, last stretch. We're just going to stop here. So I want you to notice if anything has begun to loosen just a little in that neck. And then inhale, rise it back up. Exhale, release those hands to the knees. Let's just do some little neck rolls. Maybe drawing a half circle with the chin. So head back, chin up. And one more. Back to center. Now draw the line down with the chin, chin in towards the chest. Half circle at the bottom. Stretch it out. Keep drawing the shoulders down the back. Roll the shoulders back. Gently. So you can lengthen through the neck. Creating space. All right, back into center and then just draw a line with the chin. Send it back. Stretching out the neck. Maybe even pulling at the collarbone. Feel that muscle along the throat start to open. And then exhale, draw the line back down. Release your hands back to your knees. And then let's just go through it. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale down. Neutral. Look over left shoulder. Inhale. Exhale. Look over right shoulder. Look over left. And then right. So we want to warm up our neck here and our shoulder through isolated movements for when we do get to headstand. All right, and the last one, look over right shoulder. Look over left shoulder. All right, now let's complete that cycle. Look over right shoulder and back into center. Wonderful job. Placing hands onto the knees. We're gonna hollow out and then send our weight forward. So as we come forward, we're tucking the tail, hollowing the belly, and then as we come to the front, we send the tail high, flattening out the back, and then continuing through that rotation. So here we're already starting to warm up the core with that gentle tuck. So you should feel a little activation in that belly when you come through. So think of compression, almost like you're trying to squeeze those thighs to the belly without actually moving those thighs to the belly. All right, remember we untuck the tail when we come forward. All right, we're gonna switch those directions. So go ahead and come on back through, tuck. And through. A couple more times. This is also helping to release your hips a little bit, which we don't necessarily need. Wonderful. And exhale back into your center and round through the shoulders, roll it to the top. All right, roll the shoulders back. Little shoulder circles here. Hands can stay at the knees, or you can rest them down to your side. It really is just whatever feels right for your body. All right, and then we're gonna switch those directions of those circles to the front. Breathe. Keep breathing. All right, let's do one more. And then inhale, lift. And exhale, hands come down, rolling back over those shins, finding our tabletop once more. All right, we're gonna continue those wrist stretches. So here we're gonna plant that right hand down to start. Maybe walk your hands a little bit more towards those knees. I want you to make sure that you're putting more weight towards the legs than in the hands. So that way, then when we take the stretch, it's not too much weight bearing on that wrist. So we're gonna flip the palm upside down, fingertips towards the body, and then kind of wrap that elbow crease forward. So it's kind of a rotation forward on that. Again, there's no weight on the wrist here. All the weight is shifted back. So if you need to even walk the hand back in a little bit more, if you wanna rest onto your heels, you're welcome to do that. Feeling the stretch along the top of the wrist. Peeling the fingers back. We're gonna switch the sides and just kind of find how far away or how close to the knees you need to be. But as long as you're not putting a bunch of weight into your wrist, you're right where you need to be. Don't overthink it. And then peel those fingers up off the mat. All right, and then let's start with the left, or other way. We're gonna start with the left hand. We're gonna turn the fingertips in towards the body, so it's a rotate out. Fingertips point in and then settle back. Feel the stretch all along the front of the wrist. Exhale, peel those fingers and then switch the sides. We're also getting a little toe stretch in. And peel those fingers one more time, flip. Peel the fingers, flip the right hand, fingertips in towards the body. And peel the fingers. We're gonna take last one with the hand flipped. Rotate that elbow crease in, or out, I should say, so pointing away from you. And then peel that hand up off the mat and flip the other hand. Rotate that elbow crease in, or rotate it out. I keep saying in, but I mean out, so facing outward. And then peel the hand up off the mat, release your toes. We're gonna roll those wrists out and switch directions. Wonderful. breathe. All right. And just open, close slowly with those hands. Maybe even extend. And open, close. Feel those forearms begin to wake up. All right, take those hands on up and draw the shoulders down the back. And keep opening and closing. We want to kind of do this slowly until we make our way all the way down. So you should feel a little burning in that forearm. Wonderful. And a little gentle shake. All right. And then inhale, lift those arms above the head, and exhale. Let's come back down into our tabletop. Push the floor away. We're gonna take a couple cat-cows here, round, hollow through the back. Inhale, peel that heart through the hands. Exhale, hollow out and around. Peel the heart through. And push. So really round that upper back. This is our very first introduction to protraction of the shoulders for the practice today. So we really want to push the floor away, getting the body used to pushing the floor away. Inhale, peel that heart through. And exhale, push. Again, inhale. And exhale, push. All right, inhale, come back to tabletop. Okay, so we're gonna progress this first. We're gonna start from tabletop with our scapular push-up. So those protraction, retraction of the shoulders, which we need a lot of for today's practice. So we're gonna let the shoulders fall, or let the torso fall between the shoulders. Now we're not bending our elbows here. We're keeping the arms straight. We're moving your shoulder blades, okay? And push the floor away. So first round, we're gonna do it here. And then we'll progress it a little bit more. All right, keep pushing without bending those elbows. Exhale, settle in and push. And settle in and push. Settle in and push. We're gonna do a few more of these. Push. One more. And exhale, curl those toes. Push it back into your down dog. Maybe pedal out your dog here, stretching out those hamstrings. And on your exhale, gaze between those hands, start to walk those feet forward. Roll the shoulders back, take your flat back. Chin is gently tucked. Feel the lift of the crown forward, weight is in your toes. Exhale, we fold. We want those hamstrings to be loosened up a little bit too, so let's take some time here to give them a little love, some intention. Inhale, take another flat back. Exhale, take another fold. Inhale, flat back. And then exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, right foot steps, left foot follows. All right, we're gonna find our plank. Now, if you have to, you can do your protraction or retraction from your knees, just as we did in the very beginning. Otherwise, we're gonna do our protraction, retraction from our plank. Okay, so we're gonna let the shoulders, let the torso come between the shoulders, and then push the floor away, really around the upper back, and settle in, and push. Settle in and push and push. We're really warming up those shoulders here. We need that. We're also warming up our core. Push and push and push. Almost there. Push. Let's take one more. Push, hold. Exhale, drop those knees. Lower down, chaturanga. Upward dog, or baby cobra. Exhale, take it down. Curl the toes, roll the shoulders back, push up, push back. Wonderful job. From here, go ahead and walk those hands slightly forward. We're gonna slide into puppy pose. So here, those hips are in line with the knee. And we're gonna drop that forehead down. Inhale, and then maybe you drop your chin down. Or if it feels good, drop your chest and chin. Deep puppy pose. And exhale, slither it right on through into your Sphinx pose. Open up that heart, push the floor away. Gently tuck the chin, push the back of the head back. So feel the lift out of the spine here. Lift out of the shoulders, your neck is long. And you're not just pressing through the elbows, you're pressing through the palms and the forearm. And then exhale, lift those elbows, just send them out to the side. Dropping forehead down. Curl the toes, hands to the outside of the chest, roll the shoulders back. Push up, push it back. Inhale, roll it on up to your down dog. We hold our down dog 5 breaths. Gaze to your belly button. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Gaze between those hands. Slowly start to walk those feet forward. Inhale, roll the shoulders back. Exhale and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and fold. Inhale, take a flat back. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands. Step your feet back. Hold. We're going to take another set of protraction push-ups or drop from the toes or drop to your knees. All right, let's settle in. 1, pike those hips just a little. 2, come onto the tippy toes. 3, 4, and 5. All right, walk those feet slightly forward. Pike those hips, come onto the tippy toes. Push the floor away. Exhale, start to drop those knees. And shift the weight back. Inhale, come up. Let's take that puppy pose. Maybe walk those knees back a little. Walk those hands forward. Hips are high, forehead down, or chest and chin. And exhale, slither it right on through. Open it up. Sphinx pose. Lift, elbows out to the side, lower down. Curl those toes, hands to the outside of the chest. Roll the shoulders back. Push up and push back. Inhale, find your tabletop. All right, let's warm up those shoulders just a little bit more. Taking your right toe or right leg, spiral it out. Kick your left leg out. We're going to open it up into gate pose. Pushing through that shoulder. Inhale, we lift, reaching for that straight leg. And exhale, take it down. Push the floor away. Push to the outer edge of the back foot. We're going to let that bottom knee hover. Maybe you pick up the foot all together and then drop it down and send it back through. We're going to do one more of those. And exhale. And then again, so maybe you just lift your knee, stay on your tippy toes, or let the whole leg come up and drop it down and switch. Inhale, we're going to go ahead and come back down into that tabletop, push into that calf. Inhale, kick up that right leg, 3-legged dog. A little bit of core compression here. Knee into the chest, come through, tap that elbow. You can drop your knee too if that feels better. Send it back. Exhale, tap the elbow. And send it back one more time. And tap the elbow. And send it back. Come back down to your downward dog. Through to plank, lower down, chaturanga, up dog. Down dog. Inhale and exhale, settle into tabletop. All right, spiraling left foot out, straighten right leg, push the outer edge of that right foot. Inhale and then point that right toe as we come up, reach for that straight leg. Stretch the side body. Inhale, and on your exhale, take that left hand down, push through the outer edge of that back foot. Again, you can curl the toes, just lift the knees or lift the entire foot and shin. Drop it down. Come back through to that straight leg. One more time, come back, gate pose, hold, and hover. 1, 2, drop it down, straight, or reach over to that straight leg. Inhale and exhale, take it on down, spiral open, push through that back heel. So if you're off your mat like me, go ahead and walk it forward, push through that back heel, tuck your tail slightly. It's a gentle tuck, not a major tuck. All right, stretching into that calf. And then inhale, we're gonna let that left knee hover. Exhale, send it back, three-legged dog. Inhale and exhale, tap that elbow and send it back. Exhale, tap the elbow, maybe you get it up a little higher towards the shoulder, send it back. And tap and send it back. Working on that core compression, take it down. Gaze between those hands, we start to walk those feet forward. Roll those shoulders back, take a flat back. And we fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Slight bend in the knees, round it through the shoulders. Roll it to the top, take your time. Inhale, lift, and Samastitihi. Roll your shoulders back. Wonderful job. All right, let's flow through a little vinyasa here. Roll the shoulders back, keeping the shoulders back and open in that Samastitihi, that mountain pose. We're gonna bring those hands to prayer. Inhale, take your right foot, step it back. Rise it up, crescent pose, right into warrior 2. Reverse it, take it down. Step it back. Drop your knees or full chaturanga, lean towards your toes. And come up to up dog or baby cobra. And downward dog. Gaze between those hands, we walk it forward. Inhale, take that flat back. And on your exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. This time, tee those arms, rise it to the top. And hands, heart center. Roll the shoulders back. Samastitihi, open it up. Keeping hands in prayer, left leg steps back. We're gonna get a little heat building in the body. Find your crescent, your warrior 2, your reverse warrior, and flow through your vinyasa. Kick it back, lower down, up dog. We want these muscles warm, and send it back. All right, resting into your downward dog or child's pose, taking your drishti towards your navel or to the knees. Breathe. Gaze between those hands, walk those feet forward. Take a flat back, fold. Flat back, slight bend in the knees, Utkatasana chair, just to rise it to the top. And back hands, heart center, Samastitihi, open it up. All right, keeping your hands or your shoulders back, bring your hands into prayer. We're gonna step it back for warrior 1 this time. Drop the back heel, square the hips. So front femur has to pull in, back hip pushes forward. Open it up, warrior 1. Inhale and exhale, open it up for your warrior 2. Reverse your warrior and flow through your vinyasa. Step it back, lower down, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Gaze between those hands, step walker, jump to chair. Rise it up, all the way to top. Hands in prayer, heart center, Samastitihi. Bring those hands back into prayer. Step it back, warrior 1. Square those hips, rise. Inhale and open it up, warrior 2. Reverse it. And vinyasa. All right, we're gonna start working into the real work, lower down, chaturanga. Up dog, now that we're a little warm, send it back, down dog. Take your breath here. And exhale, go ahead and come right on down to your knees. All right, we're gonna start working towards dolphin pose. We're already getting into that work. So we're gonna drop those forearms down, We're gonna take our dolphin through in progressions, okay? So pushing that floor away, so rounding through that upper back, and getting used to really rounding the upper back and pushing the floor away. Okay, so if you're kind of slouching here, I want you to really push. Then taking your right foot, step it back, keep pushing, tuck your tail, almost like you're trying to pike those hips. And then if that feels good, then you're gonna take your other foot straight, or your other leg straight, coming onto the toe, keep pushing the floor away, pike those hips. So you're trying to get onto the tippy toes. Now, the more you start to feel strong and confident, then you can start to walk it forward, but the more you walk it forward, the more you have to push. Leaning forward. If it's too much for your shoulder mobility, with your hands down in that Sphinx pose, you can bring the palms together. So keep pushing the floor away though, and then seeing how close you can get those feet forward. Keep lifting the belly. Exhale, and then see if you can crunch back down. Keep those knees in towards the chest. Release those toes. Let those shoulders drape over the knees. Inhale and exhale, take it down. Maybe shaking your head side to side, massaging that forehead, letting all that tension go. All right, before we move into the next one, inhale, take your hands forward, find your tabletop. Let's just thread the needle, open up. And take that hand back behind, walk it out, and spiral open. And come back up, spiral open. Switch those sides. Take it through. Head, shoulder down, push. And exhale, come back into that center, find that twist, drop it down. All right, we're gonna make our way back onto those forearms. Now, remember, so if those elbows are going really far out to the side, especially when you're here and then those elbows have to kick out, then that's when I want you to bring those elbows in and bring your palms together. You probably just have really tight rotation in the shoulder that is preventing you from having your hands here. There's no need to worry about it. As long as those elbows are underneath the shoulders, then you're right where you need to be. All right, so remember, we're pushing the floor away. You're gonna find your dolphin pose. Maybe you've got one knee down or both up, and you're piking, okay? Or you're gonna keep piking those hips, keep pushing the floor away as you walk those feet. You do have to lean forward towards those hands. Maybe you can come up onto those tippy toes. Keep compressing that core. And then exhale, we're gonna squeeze those knees in towards the chest. See if you can come down as you push the floor away. Rest. Wonderful job. Shake the head side to side. All right. Let's come back into that tabletop. We're gonna thread the needle again, just to open up those shoulders and spine. Send it through, walk it out. Drop the head and shoulder down, spiral open. We're gonna do one more dolphin, but we're gonna try and progress it. Come back up. So we're gonna see if we can take it one step further. So if you have a knee down, try to come up with 2 knees up. Let's come to the other side. If you had both knees up, but you were a little bit piked, try to pike it a little bit more this time. And if you were in full dolphin, all the way onto your tippy toes, you're just gonna do that again and get really good at it. And remember, if you have to come down, you can come down, just pop it right back up. Challenge yourself. All right. But remember, we don't want to overdo anything, okay? But also know, is it just because you're uncomfortable, or is it really, did you really find your edge? So that is up to you to judge, and over time you'll be able to push that edge a little further. All right, so let's go ahead and check the distance. Make sure you can grab that elbow crease, pinky into that crease. Wrapping pinky and thumb around, open it up, bring the palms together, push the floor away. All right, so again, we're gonna go right into that dolphin. You already know the drill. Let's walk it through. Now, if If you were in dolphin, we are progressing it. So if you were in the full dolphin, sorry, I lied the first time. We're gonna try and pick up one leg, lean forward into that tippy toe. So if you were already on your tippy toes, then maybe you try to pick up that other leg and see if you can balance it on that toe. All right, if you're balancing it on that one leg, then we're gonna try and do the other leg. Pick it up. Take it down, drop the knees, and rest. All right, awesome job. We're gonna start moving into our headstand. All right, roll it on up. Sitting onto the shins, hero pose. Rise those arms. Exhale, cactus. Interlace those fingers back behind you. Pull down, heart open. Stretch out the front of the chest. And then release those arms. Inhale and exhale, cactus. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cactus, interlace, last stretch. Open it up. And inhale, lift. Exhale, come down and plant those hands. Let's flow through a quick vinyasa. So push the floor away and come up into your down dog. Gaze between those hands. We're gonna find our way to the top of the mat. Maybe you jump. Straighten those legs and fold. Inhale, flat back, teed arms, rise it to the top. Exhale, samastitihi. Roll the shoulders back, hands in prayer, right foot steps back, rise. Warrior two, reverse. Take it down. Kick it back, three-legged dog. Drop that foot, come through. Lower down, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. We're gonna do the other side and walk it through to the top. Flat back. Exhale, fold. Flat back, teed arms, rise. And samastitihi. Hands in prayer, left leg steps back, rise. Warrior two, reverse. Vinyasa. Take it down. Lower down, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Perfect. All right, go ahead and drop those knees. We're gonna start setting up for our headstand. Okay, now we are going to try and test out where we need to be. If your elbows are really far out to the side, so I'll turn and face you a little bit so you can see it. If your elbows are way out here, you're not gonna have the stable base that you need to be confident and strong. You're gonna be a little wobbly every time. So we're gonna bring those elbows down, make sure they're underneath those shoulders, and we're gonna check it by grabbing those elbows. So again, we're reaching down, we're wrapping pinky into that crease, we're wrapping thumb around and making sure we're kind of squeezing, and then we just open it up. Don't let those elbows move out to the side. So we want to make sure we have a good hold. Not this, we don't want to look like this. We want to be here, okay? So really get that pinky into that crease, okay? All right, super important. And then open it up, bring those palms together, interlace those fingers, create a gate. We're gonna drop that crown down, chin in towards your chest. All right, you're not on your forehead, you're on your crown. So it's gonna feel like it's more towards the back of the head, but it's really on the top. Push the floor away. You should be able to slide a piece of paper underneath your head. Keep pushing. Now maybe you stay here or you straighten one leg. Keep pushing the floor away, rounding through the upper back. Or you straighten both legs. Push the floor away, round through the upper back. Walk it in, just like you did in dolphin, until maybe you can lean forward onto your tippy toe. All right, hold. And then exhale, we come down. We're gonna get a few opportunities here to test it out. Let's roll it up. Interlace those fingers, chin in towards the chest. We're stretching it out. Push the head into the hand into the head. And then chin in towards the chest. Let's do it again. Open. And last one, chin and chest. Wonderful job. Open it up. Let's come down. Find your base. Interlace those fingers. Push. Head down. Lift those hips. Walk it through. Now we're not hopping our feet, okay? We're not jumping into it. That's how we fall. We're gonna lean forward.
If the toes start to float, we let them float. Maybe bring one knee in towards the chest. Drop it down. Bring the other knee in towards the chest. Maybe you catch a float. Drop those knees. Release it. We got 2 more attempts. Shake the head to the side. We're going to progress it each time, or you're going to keep working with where you are. You should not have a whole bunch of weight in your neck. All right, inhale, rise. Interlace those fingers behind the head. Open it up. Exhale, chin and chest. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, chin and chest. Open it up. Neutral. This time, rise the arms up. Exhale, take the right fingers to the left ear tip, and then pulling right ear, right shoulder. Inhale, rise it up. So we're just letting the weight of the hand be heavy. We are not trying to force or tug or fight here. We're just letting the weight of the hand push. All right, rise it to the top and come back down. All right, we got 2 more attempts with our headstand. Bring your hands together, find your base. Push the floor away. And if you want a full-on tutorial of this, please let me know in the comments and I will make you one. Interlace those fingers, crown of the head down, push. Pick up those hips. Keep pushing the floor away, leaning forward. I want you to get used to that lean. So rock it back and rock it back. Keep rocking it back. All right, and then maybe the toe floats. Maybe bring that knee into the chest, rock it back. Maybe bring the left knee into the chest, rock it forward. Maybe bring the right knee, rock it forward, bring the left knee, and come down. Rest it. Rock head side to side. Now, if you've already had enough of these, then you can go back to your dolphins, working on protraction of the shoulder. And that way, if you're done trying and attempting on the headstand, you at least have something that you can be working on to really push that needle forward. So you're welcome to go back to your dolphin pose if that feels better for you. But we're going to try one more attempt. This time, maybe we catch the float. All right, roll it to the top. Inhale, lift. Exhale, left hand, right ear. This time, see if you can gaze towards your armpit, and then maybe walk your hand back towards your earlobe. Pull your belly in. And then inhale, take that ear back, and then come on out of it the way you came, switching sides. And then now gazing towards the armpit, maybe walk the hand towards the earlobe. So you kind of have to wrap around the bottom there and look towards the armpit. We're stretching along here, that muscle there. Perfect. And then we're going to release it and then come out the way we came. Inhale, lift. Exhale, take the hands down. All right, finding your base pose, push the floor away. Check it out, make sure it's right. Bring your palms together, interlace those fingers, open up your gate. Bring your chin deep into the chest, come down onto your crown. Push the floor away so that chin is deep into that chest. Push the floor away. Again, you should be able to slide a piece of paper underneath your head. Walk that right foot back. And start to walk those feet forward. Remember, we're trying to lean back and then catch the float. The further back you lean, the more those feet might just naturally start to come up. And if they do, keep that tuck. If you start to feel the float, or if you've been practiced enough, you can start to straighten the legs towards the ceiling. All right, we're going to hold our headstand or our handstand tuck for a few breaths. Or if you're in dolphin, stay in your dolphin. You can always drop your knees down and get right back up. Whatever you need, this is your inversion practice. If you are not practiced in your headstand, wait for your float or clear a lot of space in case you fall. Keep pushing the floor away, lifting out. Using protraction of the shoulders. All right, now we're going to try and come out of it, either one knee at a time or bend both knees. Start to push those hips slightly back as the knees come in, and then drop your feet down as controlled as possible. Relax it. Roll it back. Rise it up. Inhale, sitting on those shins. We're going to lift it up. Let's stretch it out. Bring that left hand along the lower back and then reach that right hand back, almost like you're trying to clasp those hands. Maybe it will go. I don't know. You can try. Inhale, sit up tall. Breathe. And then exhale, release the bottom arm nice and slowly and gently. We're going to take that arm up and push into that tricep, stretching out the tricep here. And if sitting on your shins is a little too much, then you can just find any comfortable seat. You do not have to remain in hero pose. It's totally up to you. Wonderful job. And then exhale, we release the arms out to the side, swing them forward. We're going to take right arm under left, flip that right palm towards the face, pull across the body, gaze over left shoulder. We're going to stretch out the shoulder, the deltoid, so the front of that upper arm there, if you're not familiar. Wonderful job today. I'm super proud of you. I hope that you are proud of you, because that is a tough practice, okay? Even when you're well practiced in it, it can still be challenging. So awesome job today, wherever you got to, whatever attempts you did, fantastic. I already know it. All right, stacking those elbows and grabbing the shoulders, or take your eagle arms. Inhale and then exhale, just take it down, fold. And then inhale, rise it up. Exhale, open it up. Take your hands down to your side. All right, inhale, lift those arms. On your exhale, we're gonna take that right hand along the lower back, and then take the left hand to the upper back. And then maybe you can catch that clasp. This side's always harder for me. Maybe you find that you have one side that is also, but just because you can't get it on one side doesn't mean that you won't get it on the other, so always try. All right, breathe in. And then exhale, release the bottom arm slowly. Take it up, so flipping the palm towards the ceiling, and then reach for that elbow and pull that tricep back, stretch it out. Sit up tall. And then exhale, nice and slowly we come out, taking left hand under right, flipping left palm towards the face, pulling that right arm across the body, gaze over that right shoulder. And exhale, go ahead and stack those elbows, either grabbing for the back of the shoulders or taking that full-on eagle pose, eagle arms. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, release it, open and come down. Crossing those ankles, we're gonna roll it through. All right, let's take a Paschimottanasana, extend those legs out in front, rise it up, exhale, reach for those toes, fold. Letting that spine release. And exhale, rise it on up. We'll come back to that in just a second. All right, we're gonna take utpluthi, so we're gonna lift. So I'll start you off. So you're either going to just cross those ankles, plant your hands down, roll the shoulders back, lean forward, and then just pick up your bottom. Okay, you can also do this with half lotus, okay? So then hands down, lean forward, roll the shoulders back, lift it with one leg down, or full lotus pose.
All right, so find your version. We're gonna move into utpluthi. We're gonna hold it up for 5 breaths. All right, plant your hands down. Squeeze, lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Wonderful job. Coming on out of your lotus. Let's take one more Paschimottanasana. Inhale and exhale, fold. And on that exhale, we roll it right on up. All right, wonderful job. Make your way down onto your back, hollow out and round. Draw those knees into the chest. Rock side to side. And then on that exhale, drop those feet down. Right ankle crosses over left knee, we push. And draw that knee in towards the chest. Rock side to side. And then exhale, drop the foot, cross that leg all the way over, goalpost or tee those arms, pick up the hips, shift them to the right, knees drop to the left. Gaze over that right shoulder. And then inhale, squeeze it back to center, pick up those hips, switch those sides. Push the knee away, draw the knee into the chest. And drop it down, send the leg over, goalpost or tee, pick up the hips, shift them to the left, knees drop to the right. And squeeze it back to center, come back up and release it, draw those knees into the chest. Let's take right knee into the chest, left leg long. Exhale, switch those sides. And then exhale, bring both knees into the chest and just drop the feet down. Keep those knees bent. All right, we're gonna work through a little shoulder rotation, opening up goalpost, and then keeping those elbows making contact. We're just gonna take that hand down, see if you can touch the floor. This always reminds me, and I hope that this, I hope it's not inappropriate, I don't know, but this always reminds me of the little cat in the Chinese restaurants. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but that's what I picture with these. So it always just makes me smile. So I don't know. And a couple more. This is really good for our internal, external rotation of the shoulder. All right, last one. Wonderful. Reach those arms above the head, point those toes. Good morning stretch. And exhale, take those hands to your side, draw those knees into your chest. Last time, give yourself a big hug. Maybe take a quick happy baby. Push down. Shake your head to the side, let any tension go from the neck. And then exhale, draw those knees back into the chest. Give yourself a big hug. A wonderful job. Maybe just tell yourself something nice. Tell yourself you're proud of yourself for your practice today. It's always good to fill that cup and practice a little bit of that self-love. So I encourage you to do that here right before your Shavasana, carrying that loving, powerful energy with you into that Shavasana. All right, so those theta brain waves that we really move into in our Shavasana, are super important, and they're very good for regulating the nervous system and the rewiring the brain. So how we move into it, into that Shavasana, is super important. All right, let's tuck the tails, place the hands down, extending the right leg, and then the left leg. And then whenever both legs are straight, we slowly start to melt. Adjust the body as you need. Take a deep breath in. And a big sigh out. Settle into your space. Let your palms roll open. Fingertips curl in. Let the feet fall to the side naturally. Releasing the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Relax the jaw and unfurl the brow. And bringing your awareness onto your breath until all things begin to drop off and all that is left is the breath. I'm going to leave you in silence. Enjoy your Shavasana. Now, if you'd like a longer Shavasana, you're more than welcome to stay. Just press pause. Otherwise, begin to follow me, wiggling fingers and toes. Begin to gently wake up the body. And some larger movements, rolling the wrists and the ankles. And then maybe bending the knees and elbows. And whenever you're ready, let's just roll over onto your favorite side, resting your head on your arm like a pillow. Letting all that energy just melt right off and out, grounding it into the earth. Feeling a little lighter, a little more at ease, a little more still. And then whenever you're ready, let's extend that top leg, using the top arm to press yourself to that nice, comfortable seated position. Try to keep those eyes closed so you don't disturb that peace that you've worked so hard to create. Keeping the awareness to the inner place, the inner state. Placing your hands onto your knees. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down, and gently tuck your chin. Let's take the hands palms facing up, signaling that spiral outward, that mudra of receiving whatever it is that you'd like to call into your space, or to expand on whatever is already there, to carry it with you beyond your practice today. Let's take a deep breath in and a big regulating nervous system, sigh out. Let's do another deep breath. And wonderful job. Taking a second here to tune in. Notice the subtle shifts and changes that has occurred since you began your practice today. And then from this place of awareness, inhale, lift those arms above the heart. On the exhale, hands come together, heart center, setting the intention for the rest of your day. So what are you carrying with you from your practice today into the rest of your day? What are you cultivating, or seeds are you planting? And once you've set the intentions and the energy down, grounding into the earth, send it all the way up to the universe, manifestation and creation, palms touch hands, heart center. Last and final time, until next time, sealing the space with our mantra. May I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be peaceful, may I be filled with love. May all beings throughout time and space be happy, be healthy, be peaceful, be filled with love. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. All right. Awesome, awesome job. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am so super proud of you, and I hope that you are super proud of you as well. It is such an honor to guide you along this beautiful journey, and your time and your energy showing up consistently every single day is so much appreciated. Again, I am so super proud of you. And if you have been following along with this challenge since day one and you have not yet subscribed, but you've been enjoying the challenge, please make sure that you do hit that subscribe button so that way you never miss a new video. And it also really helps out the channel. And then also, as mentioned, I do have an arm balance strength and control program. So if you would like to add arm balances and inversions into your practice, I definitely recommend checking out the link in the description for more details on that. I would love to have you in there. All right, so again, thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you back here. Same mat, new challenge. Namaste.